Nazdar, vítam vás u ďalšieho videjka z God of War Ragnarok. Som tak teraz trochu zase v prdeli, lebo som včera nehral. Takže, rekapitulácia. S Kratosom sme sa vydali do Musplheimu aj z zabudol som, jak sa volá krucina. S Frejou. A aby sme vyriešili jej problém s tým, že ju Odin uzamkol len v Midgarde. Čo sme vyriešili? Porazili sme strážcu koreňov Yggdrasilu a tým pádom sme pomohli aj Freji a tá sa nám odďačila. Takže zatiaľ sme spojenci. Čož ovládame jej dovednosti, môžeme upgradeovať a tak ďalej. Potom sme sa vrátili domov, no a mladý zase chytnul zachvat puberty a zdrhol z domu. A potom sa rozhodol zdrhnúť s Odinom do Asgardu. Takže toto je Asgard, teda miestnosť, kde teraz mladý asi bude bývať. A očakával som od Asgardu také, že honosné, že kameň a mramor a zlato a také veci, ale je to také viac vikingskejšie, také staromodnejšie z dreva a také veci vyrobené. Takže OK, no a sme tu. A povedal nám, že sa máme prezliesť, tak sa poďme pozrieť, aké šatičky nám tu dali. Uniforma Ashu. OK, zoberiem. Look Ashu. Zober ma. Runové dobytí. Tak prečo? Dobre, vypadá, že to je všetko. Takže poďme sa na to pozrieť. Zbroj. Úbor v přežití. Toto máme, čo nám vytvorili bratři. A toto je uniforma Ashu. No, to není až taký veľký rozdiel. Tak dobre, nasadíme si tu. Doplnky, runové dobytí. Při zabití nepřítele runovým šípem dojde k okamžitému nahrazení vystřeleného šípu. To nie je zlé. Když se runové vyvolávání práve doby, značne sa zvýši stav spôsobené runovými šípami. Aha. Ja. Runové dobytí. Dáme sa tohto. No, to máme takto. Zbranie, luk. Dráp. Runové přivolání. To máme toto. Môžeme upgradenúť, keby sme chceli. Na vyššie poškozenie, tak prečo nie, dáme si. Čakal som, že tu mám aj ten luk nový, ale nemám. Škoda. No a dovednosti. Teraz som vlastne minul body, takže môžem ísť tak do prdele. Ešte. Povedeš, dobre. OK. No a máme sa niekde stretnúť a zabudol som kde. Ciele, cesta. Jsem si istý, co se stane, když přijmu Odinovou nabídku, nové oblečení, ale jsem tak trochu celý od blata. Pak najdu Odina a dostanu z nej pořádne odpovědi. No tak to si nemyslím. No podľa mňa tu Odin so všetkým manipuluje. Absolutne.
Whoa! Loki, right? Gotta say, the irony of this isn't lost on me. This was his room, you know?
His?
My brother's.
Your brother?
Modi?
Aj, aj.
Really? I had no idea.
Uh-huh. And now it's yours. Enjoy. Fruit thirst out there. Relax. You've got some pretty small shoes to fill. We're better off without him, Loki. Trust me. Walk with me.
Don't forget your sword.
Someone will clean that up.
No.
So, what kind of sword is that?
It's new. One of a kind. My father gave it to me for Valkyrie training.
You're in Valkyrie training?
Got time to talk about it? I was just heading to the Great Hall. But if you need to go to work, Grandfather's study is just down those stairs.
So how do you become a Valkyrie?
First, I train till I'm the best I can be. Then I wait till Grandfather notices. And then I hope he and my dad can convince Mom it's okay.
You know, my father and I, we encountered a whole bunch of Valkyries.
Wait, what? Where? Promise to tell me everything.
I promise.
Mother, did you meet Loki?
Oh, now he's got you involved with this?
Involved with what? I'm being friendly. Isn't that diplomacy?
You understand who this is, right? What his father did? Why does he want him here?
Mom! Come on, you're embarrassing me.
We'll talk about this later. I suggest you go about your business with the Allfather.
Fúha.
Sorry about her. Mom's, right? So, did you want to look around some more, or do you really need to get to work?
With the meat. Like the honey's spoiled. Honey doesn't spoil.
Don't run off. I don't want to get in trouble if you disappear.
Why not try to destroy
Listen, whatever Grandfather is having you do, remember, this is your chance to prove yourself. That's all that some of us want.
Oh, yeah. I'll try to do some good.
No nič, tak ideme za všeotcom.
Catch you later.
Yes, I understand. Yes. Do you see me nodding and saying, yes, I understand? Uh-huh. Yes? Yes, all right. Mm-hmm. You see, this is you not letting me talk. No, Hugin, I don't need my ears cleaned. I need you to stop croaking and accept the answer you know I'm about to give.
I was just looking at this.
That old thing. I've had that since... Who can remember?
You have a name?
Ingrid.
Really?
Sure, why not? Take it, if you like it that much.
For real?
Consider it a perk of the job.
Thank you. I mean, really.
And they say I'm the bad guy. Come on, let's walk.
To že budeme mať meč.
You're welcome.
OK. Máme lietajúci meč. Toto bude truhlička odložená asi pre krata. Ešte nejaké správy? Niečo? Chceš byť špehom, ne?
Walk with me, please.
No už idem, detko starý.
Everyone's got me all wrong. You think war drives me or power, wealth? Nah, never have. You know what drives me? What I really want? I want answers. Same as you. See, mortals have it easy. When they push up against life's big questions, they can look to us. They give them meaning, divine comfort. We both know that's a sham. But when we have questions, why are we here? To give meaning to mortals while living without it ourselves? No. We're more than that. And I found something that proves it.
What is it?
It's what drives me. You feel it, don't you?
Feels like knowledge. Truth.
All truth. All the answers. We could find out why we're here, learn how to change our fates, stop Ragnarok for good, maybe. Save the people we love.
How?
I was a young god when I found it. Spent lifetimes studying it, following every clue down every dead end, looking for and finally unearthing this. You see that? It shares the same mystical energy.
It opened a crack. Can we just look inside?
I wouldn't recommend that.
What's the broken mask for?
Recognize any writing on it?
These aren't from the Nine Realms. Smolder. Obsidione Spitha. From smoldered earth and obsidian spark, and a field of battles never fought.
Are you certain? Because if that's a clue, I know what it means.
And what's that?
Keep working with me and find out. You don't have to kill anyone. You don't have to betray your father or yourself. Come on, I know you felt what I felt. The answers are in there. Let's get them. I mean, you translated this language like it was nothing.
If I do help you, what's next?
Thor, get down here.
All father.
Don't do that. What's next is chasing this down. Take this and this stealthy side of beef and see where it takes you.
I don't promise anything.
Nonsense. Happy hunting. And you, go easy on him, you hear me?
Ó, takže vymeníme Kratosa za Thora. OK. A sme v Musplheimu.
Musplheim? The rest of the mask is here?
It's where all father dropped us. What do you think? Just take that and do your damn job.
So, where are we going?
How the fuck am I supposed to know? All father thinks that you know what you're doing, so do it.
Maska je naladená na Atreov cíl a bude zážiť vždy, když... To už akože žiari, alebo ne? Počkať, no.
Weird. Well, it seems like we go through this rock. I was gonna get that.
With those arms?
Dobre, OK. OK.
Let's see what Loki and that shiny toothpick. Slow going, eh?
You could maybe help.
Ten meč sa mi ľubí, on bojuje úplne za nás sám.
Where are we supposed to head now?
I'll check. Up there. It looks like there might be a ledge we could reach. If we...
Too slow.
Hey! Ah! You can't just grab people like that.
Oh, what else? Throw you? Stay young. Take care of this one.
Oj, 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 dobra.
Fire. Use your bow already.
Jumper!
You know, I took my blood payment from your father for what happened to my son, but I haven't taken it from you. Yet.
What do you mean?
Later.
Oj, 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 už mi chce brať časť môjho tela.
Right.
Toto vypadajú jak tie arény z 2018. Ale...
Well, this isn't the right way.
Troška v devastovanom stave sú.
Wow.
Á, je tu
Some kind of
trošička.
Anvil?
If it ain't there, let's keep moving. Come on.
Ale kam sa ponáhľaš? Jo, myslím si, že idem dobre.
We need to head through those rocks. Hey, can you...
Poj, svalovši.
Yeah, that.
Just imagine what it can do to bone.
You want to talk about blood payment? What about the giants you killed? They
Ajaj.
were my family. Thamur, Ronair, they were your people too.
The giants were blight on the 9 realms, and I reveled in every single one of their deaths.
Let's just change the subject. You know, last time Father and I were here, we beat every one of Surtur's trials. Think you could...
Don't blame me.
Čurák jeden, jak to preskočí.
Modi had some problems, but he was my son. And the only reason you aren't mush right now is because of that broken piece of wood.
Look, clearly neither of us can do this mission alone. And I want to impress the Allfather just as much as you do. You don't have to like me, but we're gonna have to trust each other. Just a little bit.
Trust.
Siafa!
This one's yours.
Tak toto počka, to sú schopnosti toho meča.
Good form overall, but not aggressive enough in my opinion.
You're more than welcome to step it up.
This is me trusting you. Okay, so where's the mask saying to go? Hey, kid, where's the mask pointing us?
The mask is, pulling this way. We'll have to find some way down.
Sure thing.
I wasn't playing you, by the way. The trials are fun. Don't you ever have fun? You're so different from your daughter. She seemed...
Hey, come look at this. Whenever you're ready.
Thor, what the... Ah! Wait, Surtur's shrine.
You didn't die over there, did you?
Tam by som sa potreboval dostať. Ale vypadá, že... No, to asi to teplo.
No, but I was thinking...
Well, that's your problem.
The trials are just past that cliff. Might be something you and Duke could do together.
First, we deal with them.
Come on, Thor. Just check them out. What have you got to lose?
Ej. Hop, neoživujem sa, kašlo na to. Thor neúspel. Jež, ten kameň by ma uživil? Teda ten meč by ma oživil? Tak to je paráda.
That's right. Just try it.
You getting tired?
Not in the slightest.
Ale z toho sme tu dlho
An
nemali.
ogre.
Worried?
Not in the slightest. Jump up!
Don't bother getting it.
Jump up! Another ogre?
we're short on time, I'll humor you. This one.
To prčíctvo, kde som stredil? No on mne si s ním bojuje, nie? Ja si tu zatím popozerám, pokecím. Ja som úplne v kľude. Ja už ho skoro zabыл. Ale ten meč sa mi ľubí.
The Allfather's waited hundreds of winters. He can wait a little more. It's fun.
Fine. Stay right here.
Yes, sir.
Ide robiť tú skúšku, že?
That should keep him busy for a while. Hopefully.
Come on, give me a challenge.
Hey, Ingrid. Do you trust the Ace here? I mean, I know I can't trust them. I just need them to trust me. But that's only gonna happen if they think I trust them. Yeah. Ah! Can't you guys go fight Thor or something? Where are these things coming from?
Dobre, Thor si tam bojuje a my si zatím tu pozrieme túto desku.
Ingrid?
You know, for someone who was trained as a warrior, you are tragically easy to startle.
I didn't. What are you doing here?
A girl can't visit a shrine of her own volition?
You're here for Sorter's marble.
Maybe.
You're out looking for more giant marbles? You know what this looks like, right?
Like the life story of one of our people? And also maybe a storage closet.
No. This looks an awful lot like Defying Destiny.
The question is, what are you doing here?
Rewriting my story.
Odin gave that to you?
It's not. Well, he did, but it's not. I'm not working with him. I would never tell him anything about Ironwood if that's what you're worried about. And I'm definitely not serving him.
It's prophecy's words, not mine. I've got a marble to find. You're welcome to help if you want.
Fine. But are you sure you're up for breaking the rules like this? There aren't any prophecies of you collecting any marbles.
Our endings haven't been written, right? Come on, champ. Oh, hello there. A sentient sword. Huh. Another marble. Surtur's. No soul in it, though.
So he's still out there somewhere. A while back, you talked about how the giants left. You ever think about them?
All the time. They're far from here. Far from Odin and Thor. But I wonder what lands they've gone to. What seas they've crossed. Why?
I want to find them. I'm gonna save my father, and then I'll find them. It's starting. Who is that?
Not Surtur, that's for sure. Look at all that frost.
Sinmara.
Don't think I've heard of her before. And here comes Surtur.
Wow. This must have been some fight.
Yeah, until it wasn't.
They just stopped?
Oh, no. Look, it's because they fought together.
Looks like they even became friends. Good friends.
Are they?
Yeah, I think they are.
Oh, well, that's good for them.
But it looks like their, love caused them to combine into some kind of huge creature.
Ragnarok.
And then...
Ragnarok destroys Asgard.
Right. I saw that in Groa's shrine.
Well, that was... something. Oh, hey, remember the snake we put that soul in?
Can't really forget that.
I saw it. It's getting bigger. Like, faster than normal bigger.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen.
Huh. I'm gonna hang back here. Don't want your, friend to see a giant he missed.
Of course. Just be careful. Please.
You too, Loki.
Okay.
Hey, Ingrid. I think Thor died from...
You thought you could defeat the god of thunder?
Oh.
Tak, ten sa tam ešte hrá, takže my sa môžeme v kľude vrátiť.
I admit, that was fun. There were mountains of corpses by the time I finished. Cut down like the lava ran red with their blood. Rude, really.
Great. You wanna help down here?
Wouldn't think you'd need my help if you beat all those trials. Or did you just watch your father do it? Hey, what's taking so long?
Oj, 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 oj.
You wouldn't believe the scores of these things I just killed. It was glorious. I think you're right. Thrud would love it. She'd be faring better than you, at least.
Kruciálneho, to som si nevšimol. Čože, ďalší? Peťky? Thore, ty zmrde? No tak.
You could have done that at any time.
You seem to be handling yourself well enough. I was trusting you.
To je čurák.
Let me check. Looks like we need to head through that gate. Thor?
Ain't that impressive?
Budeš môj rozbíjač kamení, Thor.
God still.
You are a god.
You're damn right.
And so am I. It's here. This is the spot.
Well, where is it? In the lava?
I don't know.
Jo, vyzerá to.
No! Ah! Damn it!
Some advice. Sticking your hand in lava is never gonna feel good.
Wasn't thinking.
Good. It's better that way. All right, let's get out of here. Oh. Look, don't try to play me again. You're an okay kid. You're still a giant, and I'll revel in killing you too.
What did you do? Loki. The rift got brighter. Look, you did it.
Look, one of these phrases is complete now. We can read it all.
But you can't translate it.
Not yet.
See, I got a little theory. I think if we can find the rest of this, we can use it to look into that without, you know, losing an eye or worse. Look at this. We make a good team. Don't we? Don't we? Make a good damn team?
Just like you and Baldur.
You both behave out there?
Thor was really great. I learned a lot from him.
You learned something from him. Really now? Okay. What did you teach the kid?
Nestrka ruky do lávy.
What could I possibly teach him?
Exactly. I was wondering where that went. Actually, I had a pretty good idea. Change of heart.
I'm not really sure why I came to Asgard. But I realize now it wasn't to be a spy. I need you to know you can trust me. And if I'm gonna help you take this to the end, I need to be able to trust you.
And trust is earned. I get it. Take this, figure out the rest of it. If you're staying, that is.
You're gonna tell me what you're really looking for in there.
Translate that, and I'll tell you everything. And on that, young man, you can trust me.
Big Trula. Zážicí měsíční kámen. No, Loki si vytvára dobré vzťahy s Odinom. OK, Kratos. Pekne ho tu pokradnem. A dívajme, tak toho sa dá použiť teraz. Dobrá.
Hey, you're back. How was it? Did Father behave himself?
Yeah, I mean, better than I would have expected, I guess.
Is that the sword from Grandfather's study?
Oh yeah, her name's Ingrid.
Hi, Ingrid. Wow, All-Father must really trust you. Well, glad you survived your first day.
Hey, me too.
Tomorrow, we talk about Valkyries.
Definitely.
OK. Když si chceš jenom povídat.
Did you think that I would be?
Well, it's pretty...
I'm not angry. I'm concerned. You know that's not what I want for her.
You don't want her to have a sword.
But it's not about having a sword. It's about what you use it for. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. And I don't want that for her either, okay? You don't have to worry. She's a smart girl. Smarter than her father.
OK. To sa manželský pár hľadá.
This has been a weird day. Exactly.
Aj, Kratos je nasraný.
Good morning, brother. No news, I'm afraid.
I have a plan.
Do you now?
Aj.
The Norns. You found them once. Could you do so again?
I could try, but I don't see how that would
They
help.
are the fates of these lands, are they not? I would know what they know,
You may not find them cooperative.
as long as I find them. Where do we search?
Midgard. But if Atreus is in Asgard, there's no getting him back without an army. We should be raising one.
Yes, nothing like a catastrophic war to improve the situation. The boy seems quite capable. Perhaps if you simply give him some time.
You are not free of blame here. You encouraged his foolishness, his confusion. I do not seek war. But if Odin has stolen my son, do not doubt the lengths I will go to.
Your nature has always been clear, Kratos. But you, Freya. War as a first resort. That's not the Freya I knew. I hope the Norns can give you the counsel you need. Perhaps mine is no longer of use here.
Tyr, stop. This is no time to divide ourselves further. Come, sit, please.
Mm.
You have been quiet.
Frankly, I'm surprised you, of all people, would seek out fate. But your instincts haven't let us down so far. Let's find the Norns.
No. Posledné sudičky, s ktorými sa Krát niekedy stretol, neskončili dobre.
I only hoped to help the boy find his answers. And I failed. What's my role in all this now?
Tyr, you're at the center of this. You always have been. That's why Odin imprisoned you in the first place. He's terrified of you.
I doubt that very much.
It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did.
That is not who I am anymore.
I know you feel that way now. I've lost one friend.
Tak, typujem, že nové veci nemáme ani na upgrady. Ale jo, poľsko môžeme. Ajajaj. Jaj, to je Freja. Môžeme jej veci upgradeovať, ale na to potrebujeme brusný kotúč, alebo čo sa. A to nájdeme... Ježiš, ty vyzeráš. To ťa až tak domlátil?
Does it hurt?
Oh, this? Only when I worry.
Ten mu dobre dal. Tento opravuje dvere.
Hang on! I got something for you. Sindri!
Coming!
Before you go traipsing off into the dawn, I thought you'd like to have this back.
Mám ho späť?
Well, don't go getting too cheery about it. But you're welcome.
I've collected what we need to find the Norns. Shall we go?
Yes. Bereme. Aj keď je obrana menšia, je to proste náš základný štít a s ním sa to má hrať.
I suspect we may have consequences to look forward to.
Dobrá, takže... Čau, veverka.
Ah, Master Kratos, my apologies. Madame Nithog's disappearance weighs heavily on my mind.
She a friend of yours?
Less a friend than another long-time tenant of the tree. She was here even before I arrived, and that was ages ago. To even think something could keep
počkaj,
her
myslí
away
práve
from
tú
her
beštiu,
babies.
ktorú sme zabili?
Just terrible.
Sorry. Je mi líto. Takže, čo tu máme? Svatyňa Alfu. Tajemná koule, Odinovi oči, tavíci kotel. Plno, sakra, plno vedľajších úkolov. Ale ja na ne zvysoká prdím. Aj keď hodilo by sa troška sa upgradenúť. Lebo akože občas fakt natrafíme na nepriateľov, ktorí sú brutálne silní.
If Odin invited him, he must have provided a way.
No, that is not the only explanation. Tell me where we find these Norns.
I discovered some of their threads near the frozen lake. I stashed one for spellcrafting, but we may also use it to find them. Just remember, they really don't want to be found.
Well, at least things will be difficult for a change.
We should take your sled and head to the lake.
Midgard. How I've missed the freezing gusts and constant raider attacks.
Oh, that's because they believe Kratos is responsible for Fimbulwinter, and that killing him will end it.
Where would they get an idea like that?
From me, of course.
Of course.
No počká, pôjdu tí psi s nami?
Come.
No, počúvajú aj nás, nielen Atrea.
Quiet. She is a friend. Now.
Better they get this from you. Once the wolves have the scent of the Norns, we'll just need to follow their lead.
I will open the gate. Stop whining.
Their fur is matted. When did you last brush them?
They are wolves.
And matted fur leads to disease. Take care of them and they'll take care of you.
Brother, what exactly do you intend to ask the Norns?
How I may find my son. Nothing more.
You don't imagine it's a chance to clear up all this mess about prophecy? Perhaps get a second opinion on your alleged demise.
You didn't tell me you had a death prophecy?
When Atreus and I reached Yod-9, we found a hidden mural. The giants, Faye herself, had foreseen our entire journey long ago. Who we would meet, who we would fight. All of it, as it happened.
But you aren't dead.
That image was from a time yet to come.
I see. You've never struck me as someone who fears death. That's not the problem, is it?
No. Death can have me when it earns me.
Then maybe it's not the future that bothers you. Faye sent you on your journey, and she made sure you'd see that image at the end of it. And you're still not sure why.
I wish to speak of this no further. Now that we are on the lake, how will we find the Norns?
Watch the wolves closely. See how their heads point the way?
Well, the Lake of Nine has certainly seen better days. Raiders have made themselves quite at home. Not sure I've been back to these parts since our great battle with Seekron.
She speaks highly of that fight as well.
You know of that?
She told me all about it when she found me. She believed you could be an ally. Long before I believed it.
The Valkyrie Queen. An ally.
I'm the Valkyrie Queen. As Seekron was stubbornly determined to remind me.
I should have guessed it was Seekron helping you recover yourself. He's so loyal. Why? Clever. Oh.
Doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from. Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them, brother?
Truhla na upgrade. To beru.
Incoming fire!
Enemies on the left!
These were coal raiders. Infamous for
eating wolves. Atreus and I rescued ours from such an encampment.
That was kind of you. The coal raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures. Perhaps we should do something.
Perhaps.
Up to you, brother. If the Norns know the future, no doubt they'll expect us to show up a bit late.
No, ťažký rúnový útok, okej. Takto. Takto. Tak, to sme rozbijali takto, okej. Freja, mohla by si? Dobra. Dobre, zapalil som to tam, aj keď je to tam vzadu schované. Tak si som tušil, že to tam bude. A teraz ešte nájsť ten tretí. Ktorý bude schovaný... Oh, shit. Tak, tohle bude troška prúser. To je hodne veľa hodne ďaleko, ale akože... To, ako si predstavujú, že... To nemám najmenšieho tucháku urobiť. Keby to bolo niekde tadeto, ale... To nie je priestor na to. No ako ty kráso... Tak z toho som debil. Počkať. Čepele chaosu. Lehký útok. Hádová odplata je výbuch, helio a svetlice. Je to keď sa... Do prčíc, teraz keď sa nabíja, tak to nezmením. Som myslel, že náhodou tú svetlicu, keď použijem, či to neodpálim. Ale kdyby... Takto. Takto. No a ten prvý už sa rozpadol. A neviem to ako zapáliť, lebo je to strašne ďaleko. Musel by som to dostať na túto skalu. Alebo od nekalinoka, dal sa tam dostať? Nedá.
this thread of fate we are tracing.
It's not somebody's life, if that's what you mean. The Norns use it to mark their way when they're outside of the well.
Tak, toto má vytočiť. Prečo sa to nedá nejako ľahšie? No tak, ešte chcem vyskúšať tú iskru. Jak tá iskra nebude fungovať, tak sa na to vyserám. No toto fakt nemám ani na menšieho tucha, ako s prepáčením mám urobiť. Tak, už to môžem vymeniť. Čepele chaosu, toto heliová iskra. No tak, prečo sa to nezapalilo? Ešte ma napadá jeden spôsob. What is this? Aha. Okej. Není tu niečo na zničenie semka? Asi nie, že? Takto. Nope. Ale co tak? Odpalila si hento. Gača, mám to. Už máš dosť rohov? Ó, výborne. Takže ešte väčšia zúrivosť. OK. Takže sorry, toto si dáme naspäť. Na. Ale máme konečne prvý silný útok. Dobre, ideme za tými čarodejkami teda. Hav, okej, jedem.
As I was saying, the Norns' home is called the Well of Earth. It's in no fixed place. Entrances come and go. A place wholly under their influence, where the intangible becomes tangible. Like being inside your own mind.
But if we go in together, are we in each other's mind? Not so sure I like the sound of that.
Mimir, have you encountered these Norns?
Hold that thought. It's about to get violent.
Ale no to...
Kratos, are you okay?
Yes! Boj i mrtvatel. Do prčíc! No, nehne. Mrtvý sa zabijú. Nebudeš sa rozpaľovať. A je dole. Ja budem musieť ísť ešte zabiť tú jednu. Som dosť ďaleko na to, aby sa... Ja ho musím ísť trafiť z tej druhej strany. No, tak aspoň si tu v Midgarde, v tej nádhernej zime troška pobeháme. A tam je furt.
Not personally.
No more for now. Focus.
Tak, vlčkovia, vy počkajte, už za chvíľku pôjdeme ďalej. Len pár vecí na upgrady. Trpasličí ocel. Dobre, môžeme vyraziť.
Now then, from what I do know of the North,
Daj mi ešte chvíľku.
they have ways of discouraging visitation. Odin made his share of efforts. Wouldn't talk about what he found. Either he gave up, or he wanted to forget what he saw.
Ty krás, mi nevrav, že to tam nedohodíš. Už som sa zľakol. 14, 18. Koľko tam trebalo na ďalšiu truhlu? 18?
Do you mind telling us what you experienced when you sought the Norns last time?
To be honest, the details are hazy. Like waking up from a dream. Mainly, I remember that nothing could be done to change my son's fate, which only made me more determined to try.
Quiet. Whoever was here left long ago.
A jaké pekné barevné ohníky.
What did you find?
A list of provisions needed to prepare a meal.
A recipe? Who left that way out here?
Let's take a look at the ingredients. Perhaps the recipe will lead us to...
Jožinko, toto je vedlejšák. Na jej všetky ingrediencie. Jo, a stretnem sa tu s Ponytails, ne? Ty vole, keď vidím ten dlhový oheň. Ale počkaj, na tej knihe bolo toto.
I imagine we might find one of those ingredients around. Ah, I knew I recognized those initials. The Ballad of Yari and Soma.
I'm not familiar.
An old tale, but a good one nonetheless. The carving marks their passage through this realm. We could always try and find the others if you're curious.
Jo, presne a vieme, kde už sme jedno srdce videli. Hezky, tak to je zajímavé. Ale robiť to nebudem, ani ma nehne. Nechce sa mi.
I just hope the Norns are somewhere indoors and warm. Safe to say, no, I have not missed Midgard and Fimbulwinter. Thank you.
We will see soon enough.
Tohle bude boleť. Ale ich.
Incoming fire.
Je, starý kamarát. Ktorý mám dosť tuhý korienok. Takto som nečakal, že mi jen tak niekto nafackuje odzadu. Ale dobre, budíš. Ale toho trola musím semnúť prvého. Lebo ak to bude ako 2018, tak im potom všetkým nakopem zadok.
I just hope the Norns are somewhere indoors and warm. Safe to say, no, I have not missed Midgard and Fimbulwinter. Thank you.
We will see soon enough.
Incoming fire.
Ježiš, aký máš dosah toho útoku? Šašku. Čože? What? To je ako mu priskočila tá pizda?
Watch the fire.
Toto je nazúrivosť. Dobrú výdrž na to, že to je trojka.
Watch the fire.
Neotrávujte ma tu otvory. Škaredé. Kde som videl to zelené? No konečne! A poď. Jezdíme. Dobre, kde sme späť? Dobre, super, dúfam, že toto všetci vidíte. Dobre, dámy a páni, hodina 16 minút. Myslím, že dneska zapichnem toto videjko, lebo práve som stratil absolútne celý zájem. tým pádom sa vidíme až pri ďalších videjkách, kde budeme hľadať teda sudičky, tie Norny, či jak sa to volajú. Dobre, majte sa krásne, čau čau.